Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. Last time, we broke into the Giant's Forge, liberated the anti-giant hammer Smite, and dealt with way too much fire and hot lava. So today, for a change of pace, I'm going to explore some of the nearby towns. This sign has been smashed. It's no longer readable. But we are near the town of Dellston. You enter the town of Dellston. It was once a town with a bright future, rapidly growing. Then the hill giants arrived. Now, unless something is done, it won't be long until this town is smashed to pieces. Welp. Also, I'm going to leave the horses outside. And the Empire guards have heard of what we've done and are okay with us. So yeah, there be some giants around, and some of the walls have been replaced with barriers. I've taken the liberty of exploring most of the perimeter of the town off-screen, just to save time. Okay, some stuff has certainly been beaten up here. Also, apparently I cannot see through these breakable walls. Nobody's gonna notice one more smashed wall, right? Nothing? Really? Nothing. Oh, this looks like it was a temple. It's day 123. I wonder if this town would have been in better shape had I gotten here earlier. Ooh, giants drop some gold. Fine armors of Dellston. Put our helmets on your head, and giant's boulders won't make you dead. Good slogan. And, of course, a perfectly generic armorsmith. This looks awfully organized to be a pile of rocks thrown by giants. Maybe the townspeople gathered them up and put them here just to get them out of the way. Barracks. With a locked door. And nobody in the office. There is, however, a wizard wandering around. A wizard of the Empire Army patrols the town, looking carefully for breaches in the walls. He stops so you can talk to him, but doesn't stop watching the walls. I am Massitar the Wizard. I command the garrison of Dellston. I repair the walls when they get broken. He turns to you, and fixes you with a steely gaze. And I have little love for exiles. Ah, so I take it you would not be one to teach us any barrier spells, building or dispelling them. I've sworn to defend this city or die trying. It's a draining task, especially since it keeps me from my first love, teaching. He thinks grimly. I have little love for exiles, but much love for teaching magic. Heyo! Also, I know you fight the same foes as us. You may purchase a few of my spells, if you wish. I can buy Kill and Paralyze. Kill I already have. Paralyze I already have. That's fine, prices are exorbitant, not that I care because I have loads of gold. Exiles slew Garzad, the greatest Empire mage for a century, perhaps in history. He was a dark man and little loved, but he was the greatest of our number, and such crimes are seldom forgiven. I use force barriers, the fastest and easiest way to repair the breaches the giant's boulders make in our walls. have noticed that. Okay, so random spell vendor out in the middle of nowhere. This looks like it's the inn. It also looks kinda empty. Not surprising, really. The inn is kept by a middle-aged, pleasant, matronly-looking woman. The battle axe strapped across her back looks out of place, but she seems comfortable with it. She grins warmly. Call me Rita, ducks. Get comfortable. Oh, I run the inn. Soldiers and refugees need a safe place to stay. She shakes her head. Poor lambs. What can you give them, besides a kind word and safe place to rest? She looks embarrassed. Mercy me, where are my manners? You don't want a jaw, you want a rest. We have a clean room for only 5 gold. No alcohol left, but we do have good coffee, only 1 gold. Coffee, coffee, coffee! Here you are, lambs. The coffee is black, acrid, bitter, and leaves a thick residue on the inside of your mouth. It's perfect. Hooray? Strong enough even for a computer game designer, that's awesome. I'm not usually much of a coffee person myself. I tend to like it with so much milk and sugar or other flavorings and you can barely taste the coffee. I'm of the opinion that coffee smells much, much better than it tastes. Dellston Fine Foods. This store has been abandoned. Probably not an unwise choice on the part of the owners. Hello, you look different. A lithe, lethal-looking man moves smoothly through Dellston, alert for giants to fight. He turns to look at you. He looks somewhat deranged at best. I am Durning. I fight giants. I'm sure you do. Yes, he says brightly. I am mighty warrior of Heaven and Earth Association. I have mighty kung fu. I know flying fist and shadow kick style. I see. What's more, I can jump straight up 20 feet with mighty swooshing noise if necessary. Ah, Wuxia practitioner. Garnet, what are you doing back there? That's right, I can blame any and all sound weirdness in this episode on the cat. Okay, so I guess you're just there to be a funny kung fu guy. Dellston Fletchery. This store has also been abandoned, which is a bit of a shame. I wouldn't mind getting some more arrows or bolts. There is a secret passage between the 2 abandoned shops. It looks like, before becoming refugees, the store's owners decided to try to hide some of their stuff from the hill giants. You would just bet that the floor ahead has a trap of some sort. Disarmed. We've got bone, skull, leather baldric, and lockpicks. Looks like some other would-be thief got stuck in here and did not successfully disarm all the traps. Those lockpicks probably aren't worth very much, but they also don't weigh much, so very low cost to take them with. You examine the chest very slowly and carefully. It seems likely to have a trap of some sort. Keep trying to open it. Of course. So we've got gold, greatsword, potion, boots, and more lockpicks. Hooray, looting! And yes, there is indeed an entrance from the other side, and... Hi, Mr. Town Guard, you didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. That's all for this town. Let's see where the road may take us. Dellston to the south, Bengaro and Appleton north. Giants can kill you from 200 yards away. Be alert. Ruined patch of road. Dellston Bengaro Junction. And we are near Poulsbo. Poulsbo is in better shape than I expected from the surrounding land. I'm sort of amused to see that one of the corners of town is marked by a barrier. Looks like we've got another inn. This one with an uninteresting innkeeper. No coffee to be had here. Poulsbo Fine Foods. Does this town have rations? Looks like it does. It has food for extremely cheap. Not that I really need it. Sandwich and ale. Though, of course, crude rations are somewhat more cost-effective. Tools of the trade, open for business. Hey there, Mary. This one has scrolls. Some pretty good scrolls, actually. Fireball, Major Haste, Firestorm, Charm, Magic Resist. Granted, actually casting the spells myself does tend to be better than using scrolls, but once in a while a scroll of Major Haste is quite good. There's something in this wall. How do I get in? Mary, what do you know about this? Do I have to try from outer wall? Hello? Oh no, vapor rats. That could have gone a little better. Fortunately, I'm way over-leveled for those rats, so... Oh, there's a hill giant hiding back here. Amethyst, you've got Smite, you're up. Connie, do some blessing. And I don't even... Oh, hi. There can't possibly be more than 3 of you in here. There's a bunch of dead things back here. The giants must have been awfully cramped. Oh, the chainmail weighs 100. That's kind of a lot. So many skulls. Oh no, I've let the innkeeper loose and she's wandering all around town. Poulsbo Barracks, proudly killing bad people. You look like you might actually be interesting to talk to. You meet an Empire soldier. Although he wears chainmail, he clearly is not a melee fighter. He is small, old, and twisted, with pale, chalky skin and a cold gaze. Something tells me the older soldier is not going to be too kind to exiles. I am Commander Daltrey. He smiles thinly. I wish to speak with you, exiles. I was privileged to practice my craft on many of you during the Exile War. His face twitches slightly. I am an interrogator. I get answers from prisoners, by whatever means are necessary. What's past is past. What I wish to tell you is what I determined from a giant who became my prisoner. Information you can use if you fight the giants like you fought other foes. Do you wish to learn? Oh, surprise, surprise, he's actually not got it in for me. He chuckles dryly. The giant held up well under his torments, but twice the size, twice the nerves. He told me that the giants have 4 tribes, and a huge temple in addition. Okay. The 4 tribes live in the upper level of their huge network of caverns. They seem to be having some sort of religious argument. Some giants have this odd snake cult. Some want to worship the old gods, whatever they are. But who cares? Okay. What about this huge temple? The temple is in the lower part of their huge network of caverns. The hill giant said the temple has a guarded room filled with booty. Don't you think this information might be worth a little change? A 50 gold donation, perhaps? Yeah, sure. He takes your gold. They have a room in which they store items taken from their foes, in the lower level west of their great temple. It has a bizarre magical lock. That is what the giant said. What value you can get from that is your business. That is actually some pretty decent information to have. Thank you, questionably good-aligned sir. And that's just somebody's house. The center of Poulsbo is very, very empty. Pretty sure these are just people's homes as well. Garnet, you won't tell anyone about my breaking and entering, will you? Oh, wandering priest. This man has a kind but weary face. He wears priest's robes, has an ankh around his neck, and carries a well-worn walking staff. I am Kirchner. I am a traveling healer. In these dark times, I'm afraid there's a great need for my services. I wander Midori province, healing those hurt by the giants as best I can. Earlier, I was up by Gale. Things are grim up there, I can tell you. Have I spoken to this guy before? They were being attacked constantly by golems, magical statues who fired magical ice and flames, cast spells, and take huge amounts of punishment before being destroyed. I would have stayed up there healing, but, well, I will be able to do very little good when I'm dead. No, I don't remember reading that much about the golems before. I think this is the first time I've spoken with Kirchner. And yeah, I can buy healing from him, and I think no matter how much damage I have, he can heal it for pretty cheap. Yay. Well, that's 2 towns down, and I still feel like I haven't been recording all that long. So let's follow the road some more, I guess, and maybe try to fill out some more empty spaces. You stumble into the middle of a scene of utter chaos. These farms are in the process of being evacuated. The townsfolk are trying to move heavily laden wagons north, escorted by Empire troops. Unfortunately, they are being assaulted by giants. A large band of them is lobbing boulders at the column of refugees, and there aren't enough troops to successfully assault them and protect the farmers, too. Things are starting to get bloody. If you helped fight the giants, however, many lives could be saved. Charge! And wall of ice, why not? That one's fun. Ooh, that's some good setup for a firestorm there. Hehehe. Oh, yes. Oh, I only killed 2. Let's try that again. Much better. What do we got left to clean up? Ooh, bronze accuracy ring. Might sell that. Hitting things is not a problem. Doing damage is. The giants repulsed, the column of refugees is able to get safely away. One of the captains comes over to thank you profusely before heading back to help escort the farmers. As they leave, you hear some of them say, "They were the exiles! They saved us!" Yay! In the remakes, that would increase our reputation stat. Here, there is a hidden reputation stat, but it doesn't do as much. Basically just lets us into a couple of the towns once we deal with enough of the plagues. Okay, so Bengaro is west, Dellston we've been to, Appleton I've not been to, oh, beware giants. Bremerton, Spine Ridge, also Bengaro. I keep hearing about Bengaro, maybe I should go there. I will, of course, visit everywhere eventually. Also, now that I've got the orb... Oh, I can't use the orb on horseback. But with the orb, I can more easily explore some random islands along the shore. Will it do me much good? Maybe, maybe not. But is it fun? Of course it is. Okay, patrol of Empire Guards. Who has heard of me and likes me now? So Bengaro, I've explored the area around, but I've not actually explored much of the city. Let's fix that. A charming little park area. And charming little farm. And where is the charming priest I saw a minute ago? Hello, weaponsmith. Do you have anything interesting to say? No. There's the priest. It's Kirchner again. It's actually quite plausible for him to be here before me this time. Warning, giants throw boulders. Stay inside whenever possible. This man looks like yet another Empire citizen, a harmless and hard-working farmer. Then he walks close to you. He clearly wants to speak with you. I am Kagan. I'm glad to meet you at last. I know I don't look like it, but I'm an exile. Unspecified services. I have information for you. Cool. I and one other were sent to do recon against the giants, to try to find out what created them. It didn't work out. That's why I have information for you. One other. I'm guessing that other is in trouble and or dead? A compatriot and I were trying to sneak into the giant's cavern. Unfortunately, our stealth spell didn't hold out. Uh-oh. We got caught. My friend was slain. I escaped. But worst of all, we lost Smite. I have great news for you, buddy. Smite was a magical weapon, a hammer which could slay giants. The giants took it, but maybe you could regain it. We lost the hammer in the forge, a lava and blacksmith-filled cavern near the giants' caves. If you wish to fight the giants, that hammer would be a huge help. Way ahead of you, bud. He grins. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a bit of spying to do. He thinks, oh, by the way, there are two others of our number who spend time in Lorelei. One spends all his time there. The other is there sometimes. Just forget their names. Then he leaves. Okay. This looks like a fun place. I like places with lots of books. But it's just another Mary shop. But it's just another Mary shop selling scrolls. Which honestly is more useful to me than the ones selling lockpicks and poisons. And I should, get my stuff identified and sell off some things here, shouldn't I? The identification of things is not a problem. Finding someone to buy them could be. Also, can I just bash the door open? I totally can. Haha! I remembered what someone told me about, a thief who would hide loot in stables and animal pens. Walking around in the stable, you notice something protruding out of the grass. You look closer and notice that it's the corner of a box, partially buried. Dig it up. You open the slender box and find that someone, for whatever reason, buried a small statue of a big bug in this stable. Oh, hooray, it's an ivory bug. That's going in the sale pile. Nothing in that pen. That's either someone's home or it's the back door to someplace. Don't mind me, just making sure everyone pays their adventurer tax. Phew, nobody's home. It looks like the bookshelf has some intriguing scrolls in it. Inspect them. You see an interesting-looking scroll, silver runes inscribed on black leather. You pick it up and look at it briefly. Unfortunately, you find yourself unable to resist reading it. When you finish, it disappears, and you have company. Ew. Well, you know what? I do have Ravaged Spirit. Have at you. I just one-shotted a demon. So, yes. Sorry about the mess there. Potion of Doom. What fun. It's already identified. I could just sell it. And the book is The Fury of the Nephilim. I no longer feel quite so bad for messing with this person's abode. But I can at least be polite and close the doors behind me. Yeah, I suspect you're just a generic townsperson. Yeah, you don't have anything to say. Sheep! Oh yeah, I guess I did let the sheep out. Sheep! That is, definitely not something I would actually do in real life. Of course not. What are you talking about? Hello? I'll just let you keep napping there. And a boarding house. Okay, that's 3 towns and 1 good fight, and I do need to go to bed eventually tonight, so I'm gonna call it here and see you all next time. Until then, have a good one, everybody.